Hello there and welcome to today's video. And the topic for today, very popular topic, right? It's called how to get more sales appointments. How to get more sales appointments. Now look, let me set the picture for you, okay? If you're a small business, a solopreneur, something, I want you to tell me this. I mean, does any of this sound like you? All right. For example, you don't have enough prospects in your pipeline, right? Or you don't have enough qualified leads. Or perhaps you're just not having enough sales conversations, or you're not making enough sales. And as a result of all that, you've got a problem with cash flow. And so you've got a combination of a lack of people to talk to, a lack of sales results, a lack of cash flow, and that really means that you're putting the squeeze on yourself. You're really putting pressure on yourself, okay? In other words, you're spinning your wheels, right? And you're probably losing confidence in yourself. Or if you're not losing confidence, you're starting to question, what in the heck am I doing wrong? If this sounds like you in any way, and I bet it does, because we all go through this. We all have been through this. I can speak with unbelievable authority on this, right? Truly. And if you haven't been through this, then you're really lying to yourself, right? We all go through a flat spot. We all go through a difficult spot when you start to question, what in the heck am I doing wrong? If that's the case, then the solution is simple. You need to be talking to more people. Now, whatever you're busy doing, if it's not generating people to talk to, then it should not be at the top of your list, your to-do list. Your to-do list, your number one thing on your to-do list is to have things that will be generating people for you to talk to. Now, I don't want you to try and do the impossible, right? But let me share this with you. If you could have 5 good sales conversations a week. I didn't say 5 sales, just 5 conversations, right? 1 a day. And I'm talking about maybe 15 or 30-minute maximum in a day. You've got the rest of the day to do whatever you want to do, right? Okay. If you just have 1 of those a day, I can tell you that is enough for you to make a very good living. So my question to you is this: how many are you averaging every day? And if you're not averaging 1 a day, get a pen out and paper and write it down now. Your number one objective, after listening to this other guy in Thailand, is to get 5 qualified sales conversations next week. Try it out. My name is Beckenham, the village marketer. And as always, talking to you from my little Thai village way up near the Laos and the Cambodian border. And so what I'm asking you to do is this. Don't focus on volume, okay? Just try and get 1 sales conversation a day. And if you can do that, then your chances of converting that are much higher, I can tell you. Let me start this way. Well, before I do that, let me just acknowledge some people who don't share their valuable time with me. And they could be prospecting, right, for new sales conversations. Let me see who I've got here. Mark Chagira, thank you for joining me, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Wayne Harmsworth, 0. This is going to change. Oh, yes, absolutely, Wayne. Get that prospects going. Ruth Martin, thank you very much. Diminished cash flow, right. Janet Clapacelli, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining me. Alzira Rosa, great to see you. Always great to see you. Gina Gian, hello there. Lovely to see you as well. Thank you very much. Lynette Chang from Malaysia, thank you very much indeed. Glenda Kroll, good morning and good evening from me to you, Glenda. Thank you very much indeed. Will Banks, hi mate, good to see you as well. Is there anyone I've missed there? If there is, my sincere apologies. I'll get back to you. But let's get started, okay? First of all, I'm going to share something with you that you all know, but I want to remind you. I want to remind you of it. And it's a very well-known analogy. But this time, when you hear me and when you listen to it, make sure it sinks in and make sure you do it. In other words, I want you to be a gardener, right? That's what I want you to do. I want you to take a gardening approach to your sales potential. In other words, always be planting seeds, right? Always be planting seeds. In other words, communicating with potential customers. Either you're reaching out to them or they're reaching out to you, and you're attracting them to come to you. And you can do both of these things, right? And the way to get people to come to you, that's the whole basis of attraction marketing, is for you to put yourself out there to become an interested person, to create content that's of interest and get people to come and see you. I mean, why do you think I'm doing this video? It's exactly that reason. I'm hoping to give value to you, right? And I'm putting myself out there. This is a form of content I can create. And as a result of that, people will reach out to me, and they do. Okay? They reach out to me and ask for help and advice. So, 1, always be planting seeds. And this video is planting seeds with somebody. It may not be planting seeds with you, but it could be somebody, right? Secondly, as far as the garden is concerned, make sure you water the darn seeds. In other words, when you've got the seeds planted in there, then you've got to water them. Now, how do you water them? You water them, as I said before, by providing good quality content. And how do you provide good quality content? Well, hang in to the end of this video. I've got an absolutely superb gift for you. It really is good, okay? If you really want it, hang in there with me, okay? I'm not going to go on too long, but it's worth it. And it's all about getting leads for yourself, all right? But how do you actually water these seeds? Is you provide content. And you think, oh, but I can't do content. I can't write. I can't. You can. You can. And I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? That's how you do it. Content. I mean, by the way, you don't have to do this. If you want to, you can pay money. Fine, you can pay money, get Facebook ads, set up a landing page, etc., and you can buy yourself potential prospects. I'm trying to give you an organic way of doing it, a free way to do it, because you may have a cash flow problem. If you didn't have a cash flow problem, you wouldn't need to do this. But if you do have a cash flow problem, then content marketing is the perfect way to do it, okay? Doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time, and use Mr. Google, okay? And I'll show you at the end of this video how to do that. All right. Now, by the way, there's no point in watering the darn garden, in providing content all the time, okay, if the seeds that you are watering are either non-existent or they're not very good quality. I mean, you've got to be putting water on the garden, and all you're going to be doing is growing weeds, right? So how do you make sure the seeds are good quality? And that takes me to the next point. You need to make sure that you know exactly who your target audience is. Who are they? Who do you want to resonate with? Who do you want to relate to? What problems can you solve? You've heard me say this before, but it's so important, right? Get your target audience clear. And the clearer you can get it, the more profiled you can make your messages. The more profile, and the more targeted you can create your email messages to them or your social media messages to them. And the more targeted they are, the more reaction you'll get, the more engagement you'll get, the more conversions you will get. All right. So be targeted. Okay. Next one, do your research. So when you're targeting these potential people, do your research. You know them. Who are they? What turns them on? What turns them off? What's their greatest pain points, challenges? All these things, right? You need to have these well and truly in your mind when you are thinking about the content you're going to create, because that gives you the clue, right? That gives you the clue. Why do you think I'm making this video with this topic? Because I know it's a very common problem in the niche I'm dealing with, which is small businesses. A lot of small businesses have problems with cash flow. And they have problems with cash flow because they haven't got enough people to talk to. That's the reason I'm doing this video. And I'm hoping it's of interest to you, because that's exactly what it was all about, right? Now, when you're thinking about doing your content creation, right? And remember, hang in there. I'll give you the thing to solve it. But what you do, keep this in mind. There are 3 E's of social media marketing. 3 E's. 1, you need to engage people. Now, how do you engage people? Get their attention. How do you get their attention? Come up with a really good image or a good headline or something, okay? If you notice a lot of the Facebook Lives I do, I always try to give you a headline that grabs your attention. If you look at the posts that I put on my wall, I also try to give you things that grab your attention. That gets your attention, and then I can engage you. The second E is educate. Give, give, give. Give relevant value to people in your target audience. Always be a giver. Always be prepared to go the extra step, to surprise people, okay? And do the work and come up with the content that helps them. You don't have to be the expert. You don't even have to claim to be the expert. You are the person providing the information that you discovered and you think, hey, you may find this interesting, okay? You're not setting us up as the expert, but you're going to be perceived as a person of value because you did it. Can you see the difference? So engage, educate, and finally, entertain. And hopefully sometimes in these videos, I entertain you. I hope I do. I mean, I'm no show pony, but yeah, what you see is what you get. So engage, educate, and entertain. You don't have to do all three of those, but if you can aim at all three, you've got it nailed, right? So my question to you is this. What value, and write this down for yourself, because this is some homework for you, right? What value can you share with your prospects this week that will get their attention and give them a taste of what you do and what you're capable of? Okay? So you've got two things I'm giving you this week. One, for next week, set up 5 good sales conversations, and this week, come up with some really good content that can get people's attention, all right? So what sort of a content can you share? Well, think about this. I mean, you might have a blog. If you've got a blog post, take a snippet of the blog post, right? Just take a snippet of that and maybe 1 or 2 sentences and put it into a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post or a Twitter or whatever it is, okay? Just take a little bit of it, okay? I mean, a really good idea, by the way, a really, really good idea is to come up with cheat sheets or checklists, right? Cheat sheets or checklists. And if you're not sure how to do that, Google will help you as well. Go into Google and look for cheat sheet, the best cheat sheets on whatever your keyword is, okay? Come up with that. See, here you go, okay? Another thing is this. Repurpose this stuff. I mean, for example, this is a Facebook Live I'm doing, and I'm going to repurpose this. What I do is this. I'm delivering it to you now, and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube at a later date. I'll then take that YouTube video, embed it on my blog, and at the same time, I'll then send the video to a place called Sonix, SONIX.com, Sonix, and they do transcriptions, right? And so, and I mean, I'll get it back in maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. There's a total transcription. And I'll just take that transcription and I can create another post with it on my blog or a blog page or wherever I want to do with it, or make an email newsletter out of it, whatever it is. So I'm repurposing and reusing the content. So in other words, use it a variety of times. Just don't use it once and forget it. All right? Because people consume content in different ways. Some like to listen. So I also provide a podcast, right? Some people like to listen, some people like to look, some people like to read. And you can take the same content and give it to them in 3 different ways. Okay? My point is this. Whatever you do, whatever form of content, if you can do them all, that's really good. Make sure when you do it, you get there's a backlink in it to a site that you want them to go to or to more content. For example, and I'm being totally transparent with you here, at the end of this video, I'm going to offer you something. And if you are interested, you can message me and I'm going to send you the link to it. And that link will take you to my blog, right? What you see is what you get, the whole shooting match here. And it'll give you what you look for, but at the same time, you'll be also introduced to who I am there, and you may take the opportunity to join my email list. And if you do, then I can then nurture the relationship with you via my emails, all right? Or if you're there and you don't join my email list, I can probably still retarget you anyway. So my point is this. Make sure that whatever value you create, have a link in it, okay, that takes them back to a place where you can nurture a better relationship. And by the way, when we're talking about messaging, make sure that your messages are short but permission-based. In other words, whether you're using Facebook or LinkedIn Messenger, whatever it is, they're both good quality messaging services, for example, better than Twitter. And what I'm saying to you is this: when you're messaging people, always ask permission before you send a link. Always ask permission, okay? This is critical to you. Otherwise, you're going to be a spammer. Don't do that. I mean, you've got content and you're busting to share it with them. But you would say to them, I'll just pick out an example here. Janet Klepaselli. Janet, I've got something which I think you really love this. Do you mind if I send you a link to it? Okay? Ask first. Ask first. It's an extra step, but I can tell you it's going to build a huge relationship factor for you. And because you want to build your like, trust and respect factors with people. If you just send them links straight out, they're going to think, oh, what's going on here? All right. Now, if you build relationships, by the way, then you're going to get a far better conversion. So that's my sermon for the day. I hope you've got some value from it. It's pretty simple, but it's also extremely important. Okay. Now, here's my call to action for you, and I don't want any excuses. Any excuses. First of all, if you're not in my Facebook group, come and join it. Your next level, okay? Your next level, okay? Join my community. Everyone helps everybody else. Everybody likes to share, and we will help you take yourself to the next level and your business to the next level, and hopefully get more cash for you, okay? The other thing is this. I've been holding this back for you. I have also got a very, very good PDF. If you're interested, message me. Don't leave me a comment, okay? By all means, leave me a comment because I love that, and share the video if it's helpful. But if you want this PDF, message me, okay? And I will return the message to you. And now you know why, because I was totally transparent with you. Because when I return the message to you, it's going to have a link in it, right? That takes you to where you can get the content, and that content happens to be on my blog, and you will be exposed to the opportunity to join me and my mailing list, etc. Okay? Completely transparent. What's it called? It's called Creating Leads with Facebook Content. Not very imaginative, right? But it works. Creating leads with Facebook content. If you want it, ask me for it, and it's yours. Okay, there you go. Until next time, I hope you got some real value out of this. And remember, if you've only got one person to talk to, right, then unfortunately that potential prospect is going to be under a bit of a hammering from you, because you're under threat. You're threatening yourself. You're putting pressure on yourself because you need the cash flow, you need the sale, and you're hoping like mad that guy or that lady's going to buy. And if you have this, you're going to come across way too greedy. You're going to come across way too pushy, all right? But if you've got 10 people more to talk to, and this person, the first one you're talking to, you can relax with them, right? You can relax with them because you've got another 9 people that week to talk to anyway, or 5 or whatever it may be, all right? Can you see what I'm getting at there? You need to get your pipeline full so then you can be at your very best. And your very best is to give value and to listen with integrity and support and ethics, right? But that's really hard to do when you put yourself under pressure because you need the money. All right? I hope that helps you. Until next time, bye for now.